welcome back to Kick Like a Girl podcast, episode 4. We have Eleni Vos with us today. Welcome, Eleni. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
So, obviously, if people have listened before, I go a little FBI with the old stalking. Just try and find out as much as I can about people. First thing I notice, your profile picture is Roger Federer.
Yep.
Why? Like, just love him?
Can you guess? Just take a look at me and see if you can guess why.
Why do you think
No.
you look like him?
I've been told my entire life that I look like him.
Really?
Yeah, and more so when I play sport. So like I used to play soccer with a headband, and he obviously had a headband era.
Yeah.
And I used to get it all the time.
That is
someone stopped me
hilarious.
in a restaurant once.
What?
Yep, in Sydney, and was like, I'm really sorry I have to ask you, but like, are you related to Roger Federer? And I was like, no, but I get it all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
I'm
that's
trying to see
so
it a
it's
little bit.
You'll see it eventually.
Like-
You never really see me play, so
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that's
it
funny. I was like, I'm not sure, like, if
yeah.
there's a
So
story
now
behind
it's just
this.
like a
That's-
long running joke.
That's
I have yet
hilarious.
to meet him, but the
Oh.
day I do, it'll be the ultimate profile picture.
So do you like tennis?
A little bit.
Yeah? Not
like,
really?
Like I've been to the Open, and like, yeah, it's all right. I think he's super humble, and
Yeah, he's an awesome athlete all over. How can you not like Roger Federer?
no, he's
You
great.
could look like worse people, let's be honest.
I know. Claim to fame.
Did you have a Aussie, like a tennis theme party?
I did, yeah. So it led into that. So my 21st was Wimbledon theme.
Amazing.
And I just went as like a Wimbledon official, and I had like my uni mates came as like the Fed Army or Fed Express or whatever they're called, and yeah, it was great fun.
That's awesome. I've been to the Australian Open maybe 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
Because my mum and my grandma was like a massive fan.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely one of my favourites too. Have you been to the Aussie Open?
I did, all before COVID.
Yeah.
And I saw him play.
Oh, you saw him play.
Yeah. It was. I just remember it being like ridiculously hot, and
Yes, in January
you have
over
to
there.
be
it's
quiet,
nuts. Yeah.
and it's like it's okay. I much prefer watching
Yeah,
football.
yeah, it is totally different. I think just like with tennis, actually being there, so how hard they hit the ball, and just like it's such a mental sort of sport as well, which I think is awesome. I used to play as well. but-
Yeah. Do you ever think like if only I had kept going?
Yeah, could have been me. Could have been Ash Barty, already retired.
Could
you
have
know,
been a billionaire.
damn. Nah, I think I was like, when did I start? Oh, I don't know. I was probably like 7 or something. But I played like 6 years.
Well, it definitely would have helped with like athleticism.
Yeah, and then I played netball as well, my whole upbringing, and then soccer like pretty late. I think I was year 6.
Oh yeah.
And like my first sort of taste of it was like the Sapsars Estate trips, the best.
What,
And then,
straight
like,
away, Sapsaza, you
Like
must have been
it
good.
kind of was like I used to always play just like with my brothers, and then I think it was 2008 played for Parry Hills East.
Yeah.
And then like that school year, I think
Went into it.
I don't know if I can't even remember how it came along, but went to trials, got picked, and Emma Checker was in the same boat.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
she had really just started as well, and we were just like, oh my god, we're like in the state team. What's happening?
Is that photo that popped up on my newsfeed this
Oh,
morning? Was
with
that
the hats?
Yeah.
Oh no, that was later, but similar sort of vibe. Oh my gosh, how embarrassing.
That was hilarious.
You stalking me?
No, it was just there. It was there to
I'm
see.
stalking you. It's
Yeah.
fine. All right, so let's wind back the clock a bit. I mean, speaking of travel, that's one thing I noticed straight about you. You've been around the world a little bit, which is cool.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about them trips throughout your time. So school at St. Peter's Girls,
Correct. Yeah.
and graduated in 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You've done the stalking.
Yep, tick tick. I've been wrong a couple of times. I'm like, oh, just give it a.
Sturt Marion. I didn't play for
Yeah. Who's played for Sturt? Everybody did, I swear. So we're always into sport, like at school and growing up.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. From primary school into high school. It's how I got a scholarship to the school I went to. So,
Yeah, sweet.
yeah, always.
And then after school, 2011 to 2016, straight into studying a Bachelor of Health Science at Adelaide Uni.
Yep.
And graduated with the honours in exercise science and physiology.
Physiology.
Yeah, I can't even
Yeah,
pronounce it. You
that's
just
okay.
impressive resume.
Oh,
So
thanks.
did you always know you were going to go straight to uni in that sort of space, or
No?
No?
Fell into it by default.
Oh, really?
Always wanted to be a pilot. My
Oh,
whole life, yeah.
oh,
yeah.
girl, it's not too late.
Yeah, no, it's still
You
on
would
to-do
be a
list.
good pilot.
Yeah, I think Top Gun 2 just like really
Oh.
cemented it now. So
I'm yet to see that,
Oh,
but I've heard it's killer.
amazing.
Yeah.
So went through my entire primary school and high school wanting to be a pilot, and then for one reason or another, it sort of changed. And then in year 11 and 12, started picking up more bio, PE type subjects, and then went into health science with the view of doing sports medicine, and then can't sit still. So quickly realised that I didn't want to be studying like 8 years straight.
Yeah, it's hectic. Eh?
Yeah, so ended up finding the exercise science stream and went down that path.
Cool. And after graduating, did you jump straight into the working at Adelaide Uni, with
There
the
was
club,
a bit of a break.
Yeah.
Trying to think now. So I started a Masters of Teaching in 2016.
Oh,
and
missed
then-
that one.
That's okay. That's all right. And then couldn't sit still. Like I said, obviously love to travel.
Yeah.
And went stopped that a semester in and went overseas. And then I've only just picked it up end of last year. So a
Yeah,
very
right.
long break.
So you're studying currently?
Yes.
Cool.
Masters.
Cool.
Don't know why, just for fun.
Yeah, no, you should. I'm studying my bachelor in primary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, education.
Yeah.
So I'm about halfway.
many years in?
Yeah, half-ish, sort of. I don't know. I'm hoping around, what are we, 22? Like 20, late 23
End of
maybe,
23, yeah.
or early
Have you done any placements?
24. I have. I've only done the one, so I'm behind in that sense. But as far as
That's okay,
the actual
pick 'em up.
units, yeah, I'll probably just have to do 6 months of just
Intense. Yeah.
and no pay, which is brutal.
Is that through Adelaide?
Charles Darwin.
Oh, yeah,
actually. So
okay.
completely external.
Yep.
So I work 4 days, and then have the day to study.
Yeah.
which is
hard.
yeah. Well, I hear that. Some people are how do you do that? Because it's how do you have the motivation to be oh, okay, especially when you're just home and you Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube, all these distractions. But I did a little Cert 3 in early childhood first.
Okay.
And that was external as well. So it's at Brisbane College or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, kind of just got used to it. But
Yep.
not for everyone.
It's hard. It's the discipline of studying online is super challenging. But if you can smash it all out when you need to.
Yeah, just think you have to be here's the assignments. Here's when they're due.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll do them
watch-
a week before.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of last minute person, but then
That's
yeah,
okay.
not all the time. I'm P's get degrees kind of girl.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Mallory Mullen, if you're listening, get cries if she gets a.
Oh, I know.
I know all about that. She's I have to get a HD. I was like, what is wrong with you?
I know. I remember last year she left an assignment and passed it up. I think sorry Mallory, I'm outing you here, but the week after it was due, and she was like, why didn't I get a distinction? I was like, because it was late. You just get a P, don't you?
Yeah.
I don't think you still get the same grade.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's even late. Oh, the amount of times she'll be at training and she's in the car submitting it because it's due at 8 o'clock. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, I know.
What?
And she also studying teaching, and I feel like they have 1,000 more assignments than you and I probably do. I don't know, online.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't have that many.
Yeah, I think I've got friends that I work with that are doing it at UniSA and they're like, I should have done it external.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a lot less work.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I think just because you don't have the people to do the weekly tasks or whatever that you can kind of have discussions and stuff. But being external, they still whack you in group
Yeah.
group
There's still lots of
assignments.
stuff. Yeah.
The worst. I had the worst experience with that. I was like,
No one was
I had this
online.
chick. I can't remember if it was just me and her in it. I reckon because we were like, there was like all the groups already made, and then like whatever was kind of left. So I was like, oh, okay. And like she would reply like heaps delayed, and like it just took forever. And then like just eventually like didn't even submit her half. Like because I messaged her like I messaged him. I was like, I've done all I can. Like,
where's your bit?
Yeah, she's like, oh, I'm moving into like interstate or something. So like I might not reply. And just like I was like,
It's amazing how like grown adults don't
Yes.
take it seriously.
Yes.
Yeah, and even like sometimes I'm the only one in like a collab or a lecture.
Yeah,
and I'm like, where's everyone else?
I know. And you don't have to be studying this. Like,
No.
if you're not interested, don't do it.
Yeah,
Like, we're not at school. Like, you don't actually have to come.
compulsory.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So you manage the GPS data and stuff for the Adelaide Uni Soccer Club.
Yeah,
so heavily the jumper. I see the jumper there. Heavily
Yes.
involved with the
Very old
the
school
Blacks.
jumper. Yep,
Love it.
Played with them, and then ended up working for them and coaching and doing a bit of S&C stuff for them for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And then pretty quickly, I have Laura Johns to thank. She put my name in at United, and
Nice.
yeah, it's gone from there.
Yeah. Good on you, LJ.
Yeah.
What a legend. So do you do many like school visits and sort of educating females, and mainly around menstrual health with women, which I think is pretty cool and important. Probably a lot of stigma around that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just opened my eyes up. That's
Yeah,
for sure. And
that's awesome. So, and if any men are listening and don't want to hear this,
listen.
yeah, listen, stop the stigma.
You know a female somewhere in your
Yeah.
life. That's what I always say.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why this sort of topic, and are there any sort of misconceptions or myths around it that you found?
Yeah, well, I got into it because I was shocked by how much I didn't know and how much like females in general don't know about themselves, right? And that, you know, it's important for them to know about their body and what goes on. And I was shocked by like how many players just would come and speak to me and be like, oh, the doctor said to go on the pill, or to, you know, take this, or to do that. Or like, oh, I stopped my period this week because we're wearing white shorts. And it's just like completely not on. And it's just so shocking.
Yeah.
And so like this was early before United. And so I started looking into it, and quickly realised that there's so much information out there that it can be quite overwhelming. But females, and in particular like female sporting people, athletes, need to know what is healthy, what isn't, and, you know, how they can tailor their training around their cycle. Because like you said, one of the biggest like myths is that people think that they shouldn't exercise when they're on their period, which is completely untrue. And there's even some cultures out there that think like, oh, got my period, so no exercise, no gym this week, you know, see you next week. And I just couldn't believe that. And you absolutely can exercise when
Yeah,
you're,
please
when
do.
you're on your period. And, you know, there some other misconceptions, like people think that the pill is the answer to a lot of their issues. And if you're on the pill for like contraception, you know, it's completely okay and understandable. Obviously, I'm not a medical expert here. I need a disclaimer.
Put it down the bottom.
Yeah, but like there's, you know, there are hormonal processes that you can figure out through changing your diet, changing your exercise, changing things like, you know, the chemicals you use around the house and things like that. So, yeah, it's a massive topic, and I think the more that females look into it for themselves, the better they will be, like, one, just as, you know, a general human being, but two, as an athlete as well.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think the big one is the pill. It's kind of just, like you say, it probably is just doctors saying, oh, you know, do that. But you're kind of like drugging yourself every day.
Yeah.
And
You're essentially kind of manipulating what is supposed to be a natural process. And it has been a natural process for as long as, you know, females have been around. And
ever.
yeah, there weren't pills, you know, back in the prehistoric days. So
Yeah.
always just ask the question. And if your doctor is a male with, no experience in working with females, or they might not even, they might not have a daughter themselves and they don't really have much to do with it, then find a new doctor.
Definitely. Find somebody else.
Yes.
Ah, awesome. So I've got some photos here, which is pretty cool. Watch on YouTube if you want to see what we're talking about. But the first one, you went to Rio in 2016.
Yep.
To support a friend.
Yeah,
Is that right?
My high school, there I am.
There
She wasn't
you
a soccer
are.
player, but that's me at I think the Matildas game,
Yeah.
I think. Or maybe that's Zimbabwe. I saw the Matildas play. I went to watch my friend whose name is actually Olympia, very fitting, and she was in the rowing.
Okay.
So she was in the women's 8. And I always told her throughout high school if she ever made it to the Olympics, I'd go. And of course, she had to make it to like Rio, which is like supposedly the most unsafe place for a solo female traveller.
Did you go by
And
yourself?
so I started the trip by myself. So all the soccer stuff was done by myself.
Oh my
and then I met
gosh.
with some high school friends in Rio where she was competing. But they
Wow.
weren't soccer fans. So
You couldn't have waited to a more safe sort of
I
country.
know. Well, I guess she was
straight
at-
straight to Brazil.
I
It's
know. I
fine.
guess she was at what was 2020? Well, 20, that was COVID. So she was there, but there were no fans.
Yeah.
So lucky I went.
Oh, yeah, right. That would be the worst. Imagine working your whole life to something and
I
there's just
know.
no one there.
I know.
I'm surprised I even went.
And she has a really
through with it.
interesting story, like off topic, but her women's 8 didn't actually make it. And so they all stopped training. They all went home. They all were in like a national camp in Sydney or wherever. And they were like, nah, you didn't qualify. So you're out, go home and live normal lives. And then the Russian women's 8 or somewhere in the Russian team, they all got done for doping. And so they quickly called up the Australian women's rowing 8 and said, you're in. And so like imagine playing your grand final like next week and you haven't trained for 2 months.
Oh my God.
Like, poor girls.
Wow.
They didn't do great, but what an experience.
Yeah. So how long they just stopped training for a few months? Flat out.
And I think they like quickly jumped straight back into a camp and like flew wherever they needed to fly and got back into it. But they were so below their best time because they were just so under conditioned.
Damn.
I know.
Damn. 2016 to 2018 Adelaide Uni, playing for them, soccer.
Yep.
Says you got 16 goals.
Did
I? In total.
Reserves.
Where did you play?
Everywhere.
Really?
2016, I think they put me. Yeah,
That's she is. Kind of like Cote there,
against-
like from.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Skinny. I hadn't discovered protein yet.
Yeah, you look. I don't know.
I've never scored a WNPL goal, so that would all be
Resis?
reserves. Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a
Says-
WNPL game. I remember we lost 3-0 to West Adelaide.
Oh yeah. I
Uh-huh.
think it's Michaela.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michaela's there.
I think I played in 2016. I went up to play for the reserves because they were struggling for players, and the coach at that time was just like, "Up you go, up front," and I think I scored a bit. And then the next year, Costa came along and was the coach, and I did score a few goals, but he put me back in my rightful place.
Put you
Right-
back in
right
your
back.
place. All right, mate. You haven't too
I
much
know.
fun.
He was just like, back
Damn
you
you,
go. Although he
Costa.
played with wing back, so that was a pain in the ass
Ah.
for fitness.
That explains Laura
Yeah.
Johns.
Yeah.
Still plays the same. Love it. Like, LJ, you want to
Can I
overlap?
go?
Come
Yeah,
on.
okay, go.
Oh, I'll hold here. I'll hold. You go. Go for it. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, so mainly reserves, bit of time in the Prems.
Yeah, a
That's
bit
cool.
of time in the Prem. Was like, Tracy, I think, called me up a few times and I trained with her often, which was terrifying, to say the least. But it was intense, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
in
Oh,
football
100%.
training.
The passion.
Mm.
I know all about that. Love it. 2017 reserves, premiers, and won the cup.
We did, yes.
Good year.
It was a great year. We missed out on the whole 3 to
Oh.
Adelaide City. It was rough. It was
Oh,
one
was
of
it the
those
grand
like,
final?
Yeah, it was one of those
Oh.
beat them beat them in the qualifier and then get beaten in the...
Yes,
Yeah.
I know about
We
that.
know those things.
I remember we beat, we got smashed 6-1, I reckon, against Adelaide City. I can't remember if it was the cup or like the first finals.
I commentated that game.
Oh,
I remember I ran out of things to say. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, I need to go now. Oh my goodness.
I could not.
Was it the cup or was it the first final? Like, because we were 1 and 2, so someone had a second chance. I think because we came back and beat. I reckon it was normal round maybe, but we did get smashed in the cup.
If it was a normal round, they wouldn't have had commentator.
They wouldn't have been that close either. Anyway, we lost 6-1, and then the next week we beat them 1-0.
Yeah.
And went straight in and then lost anyway.
In the, at high march?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've already spoken about that. Campers. Damn you.
Oh, yeah. That goal.
2 minutes to go.
Is that backhill goal?
Yes. What even happened? Oh, my goodness. We'd already brought Sarah Willsey on, ready for pens. Yeah. Well, that's a lesson learnt. Jesus.
God, what a time. I forgot about all that.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I like to never forget, but I try.
But you've won. Have you won?
No. I've won one minor premiership, which was 2017.
Yeah, early on. Yeah.
Yeah, we won, which I was just talking to Roxy about this as well. Only off of someone else's result.
Okay, yeah.
So there was the top 3 were like equal points or something. Our goal difference was the best though. Yeah. So then Metro beat City to go level with us, but we beat them on goal difference, and they scored like a penalty in like the last minute of normal round. So we were just like, we won that, and then so 3 grand finals, and
this year is going to be the year.
Yeah,
huh?
I mean, hoping. Let's put it out in the universe.
You guys got to be right. You're top.
We're top. We're top by 4 points. Scoring a lot of goals.
Which is good. The goals of this year are all over the shop.
Yeah, I know.
Bad.
Yeah.
Real bad.
It's crazy. But yeah, hopefully. Got something real good happening. So fingers crossed. 2018 trip to Fiji with the NTC girls with Chrissa.
With Chrissa.
Cool. I love Chrissa.
Yeah.
Played with her for a few years. And Julie.
She was your team manager.
Yeah, for a year or 2, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2. Stayed at the Radisson. I've actually been there.
Have you? How good is it?
It's so good.
So good.
So good. I've got a picture here.
Yeah.
Is that this right one?
So this was they were the NTC regional girls. So they weren't the NTC that you and I both know, but every single player there, but maybe 1 or 2, comes from regional, like lives in a regional area.
Right.
So like,
cool.
As far as Port Lincoln, Mount Gambier.
Yeah. Sweet. So that's pretty cool.
It was great fun.
And so obviously you've got your coaching license.
Yep.
I think I read somewhere that you're the 4th female from SA to begin the Australia Asia B license.
I am.
That's pretty cool.
And I'm probably like one of few that actually haven't finished yet.
Oh, really? You still doing it?
I started it in 2019. I had to go to Melbourne for it. And I got a grant to go to the Melbourne one. So I was the only girl on the course, which was like super eye-opening because like every time the guys were great. Like I remember my mentor, a guy called Anthony Frost, he was brilliant. But there was another guy that anytime he did a drill, he'd be like, all right, lads, and lady. And you'd be like, oh, thanks.
No.
Like, yeah, I know. Like, I really hope times have changed. But
Yes.
So, 2019 started it. And then in true Eleni fashion, couldn't sit still. Ran away overseas.
She strikes again.
And then COVID hit. And obviously, like, all coaching and stuff, like, went out the window. You need to do, like, you need to be coaching and you need to, like, sort of video assessments and things like that before you can get onto your part 2, and I just haven't got around to doing it.
Is that something you want to do though?
I need to finish it. Yeah.
You're coaching United soon?
Coaching, no. Although I do run a few drills and the girls just laugh.
Oh.
No, I think I don't mind coaching at local level. Like I'd love to assist a WNPL team one day.
That'd be cool.
The commitment is just massive.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what it's like.
Yeah.
And I had a real, like, after probably around COVID, I had a real, like, where's football going in SA moment? Like, I had a real, like, moment where all these players are being pulled left, right and centre and money is being thrown around. And, like, I asked myself, is anyone actually in it because they like playing?
Yeah.
Or do they're good at it? They know that they can get a couple of $100 to $500 a week. Full discourse here. And they just do it for the sake of doing it. And if this club won't pay them that much, off they go to the next club. And I just hated that. And I was like, I don't want to be that coach that, like, with all due respect, you look at, like, some of the teams and the coaches and you look at the budgets they've got to spend and you're like, are they actually doing any coaching or have they just got some really great players? Which props to them. Yeah. But, yeah, so I had a bit of, like, a moment, but I think I want to get back into it now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it definitely, even the last couple of years, it's definitely sort of been like a factor.
Isn't it crazy? And you think of, like, the prize money in the league, and some teams would spend that prize money in 1 week.
Yeah, it's
of
nuts.
wages, and you're like, what's the point?
Yeah,
is it for pride?
Where does this money come from?
I know. But at the same time, like, equality, hell yeah, pay the women.
Yes. Oh,
like, why not?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, save you, like, making coffee somewhere.
Yeah,
whatever.
That's it.
Yeah.
2019. Did you play one game for White City?
Well, wasn't that a time?
Oh, no.
I played a few games for them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nah, sorry, mate, just one.
I know, yeah. Just the one got registered. That makes sense.
Oh, no. I don't know why it says there. Okay, so 2 or 3, 4?
Played a couple. I would say, like, 5.
Is that state league?
But I don't know if it's cup.
It might have been cup.
State league at the time.
Okay.
Or Div 1 at the time. Kevin Holohan, don't know if you know Kevin, was at uni for many years, moved to White City to build up their women's program. And I ran into him one day at work and I was like, oh, I'm going to go overseas. And he goes, well, if you've got a couple of weeks spare before you go, come and play. And I was like, okay. And at the time I was training for a half marathon. So I was like aerobically amazing.
Wow.
And I played like a box-to-box midfielder and I just ran the whole time and we lost like every single game, but somehow scored some goals. And
yeah, right.
Yeah, didn't love it. Wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah. You got another club on the list.
Yeah.
Apart from that, just straight uni. That's impressive.
Straight uni. Probably, is this from football? Where's
you just would have been
Australia?
on. Yeah.
I played for St. Peter's Old Scholars for 3 years after high school. Yeah. So I didn't actually return to like high level until 2015. It's probably
I feel
not on
like I knew that, but I don't know. I don't know where it is.
No, that's all right.
Anyway.
It was called the Collegiate League back then. So 2012 to 2014, played 3 seasons with my old scholars team, which was awesome, like all my old schoolmates. And then
that's cool.
Quickly realised time to go somewhere else and play a bit better. And yeah.
Nice.
Uni it was.
2019 Women's World Cup in France to watch the Matildas.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go by yourself?
For this by myself, yes, in Grenoble. But I quickly met up with, and I'm very brave. Believe it or not, in this photo this is a small ski town in France called Grenoble, right? And it's where the Matildas were playing a game. And like this person, and this person are all ex-uni teammates of mine that I ran into.
What?
Like, literally just ran into.
Oh my gosh. I was like, saw that picture. I was like, she's got a whole crew.
Nah. And then when I went to Lyon for the semi-finals and the final, I met up with 3 of like my closest friends from the uni playing days. And so I wasn't alone anymore.
Oh, nice. That would have been cool though.
It was a great trip. And I went to Greece after, on this random island in Greece, right? And I run into Paps and Chi.
Oh.
I was walking down the street.
Chappy!
And I just
my favourite.
I was like, I know these people.
Oh my
Isn't it weird?
gosh, that's so
So
weird.
that's like, that's why it doesn't bother me traveling alone, because you're always going to run into someone that's Australian.
Well, I
someone
feel
that
like
you know.
if you went at the moment, you would see half of Adelaide.
Yes.
In Greece.
In
Daniela, stop posting.
Sheethead.
Georgia Macri, you're the worst.
Don't these people have soccer to play?
Oh, I know, rude. It's mid-season. Oh my goodness. Hodgie in bloody Europe as well. I mean, America. Isabel?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. You need to know.
Yeah, it's just rude, to be honest.
Everyone's
We'll hold
over
the
there.
fort, guys. We'll hold the fort.
Yeah, yeah.
2019 as well. Went to Singapore.
Went to Singapore with
Coach.
that same regional squad.
Coach girls who were runners up
We were
with Panna,
runners up.
Carla,
Yep.
Chrissa.
Panna was
Tian.
my team manager. Carla and Chrissa did the older girls, and Tian sort of looked after the whole event. And
Nice.
absolute bunch of legends, those
Yeah.
girls.
Good crew.
You have to ask one of them about our roller coaster experience.
Oh no.
Yeah, we all went on a roller coaster, and I think we saw the light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I'm not a
Why?
roller coaster
What
person.
happened?
It was just like the
I love roller coasters.
Do you?
Yeah.
What? Tell me why. Like,
The thrill, you know? I don't know. But to be honest, it's been a few years and I think I've got that bit older that now it would be like I'm
Yes.
going to throw up.
yeah,
Or
it's
like.
weird. With age comes fear,
Yes.
and I sound old, God. And
very wise.
back in the day, I'd be like, yep, no problem.
yeah.
And we were at like Universal Studios Singapore on the last
Yeah,
day,
that was epic.
and the kids, we were looking for a ride to go on because we've been chaperoning these kids all week. And these kids were like, yeah, go on this one. It was like The Mummy Returns or something. They're like, it's super fine. Like, there's nothing. Like, it'll be fine. And we're like, oh, okay. So we're lining up for this thing, and it's like there's all these warning signs, and we're in. Like, we can't
too
get
late.
out of the line now.
It's
like,
too late.
you look like an idiot. And there's all these warning signs, and it was like, warning, dangerous roller coaster ahead. Like, if you have this, epilepsy, if you're pregnant, if you're this, if you're that, like, don't go on. Roller coaster is in complete darkness. And we're like, what are these kids on about? Like, we're like, nah, these must be signs from like an old building or something. Sure enough, pitch black, indoors, the worst roller coaster I've ever been on. I think Tian has like permanent deafness in her right ear from me screaming.
Oh my God.
And I got off there and I was like, I'm going to kill these kids. Yeah.
Oh
How did
my
we
God.
fall for that?
Did they laugh?
Yeah.
Oh, have they been on it?
Yeah.
Oh,
they
they
were like
loved it.
going on and on.
Oh.
And I'm like, we'll get them.
Far out. Nice. I mean, I haven't been to like Singapore. Definitely on the list though. Like them theme parks I find. Is it like a Super Mario one now?
A theme park?
Like a whole...
Oh, probably.
I know it was getting built and there was all sorts of cool stuff going on. But yeah, back in the day, Dreamworld,
Yeah.
Giant Drop.
No.
Love the Giant Drop.
No.
No?
No.
Said
I
no,
did
thank you.
did a bit at Movie World when I was younger, but
Scooby-Doo.
I've done the Scooby-Doo.
Great.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is that all right?
great.
I'll put that on my resume.
Yes,
But like
pop it
ever
on.
since things go
I'll
wrong,
put
I'm scared.
Put it on your notes. Righted.
Yeah, yeah.
Scooby-Doo.
Went on Scooby-Doo.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, so that was Singapore. Singapore was great. And I think one of the players in the team, we took Claire Scarpin, who is now like a...
There's a picture for that.
Oh, that's outside the roller coaster.
Oh, the mummy.
Look at us.
Was that before or after?
I think that was after. Like, I'm white. Tian's white. Yeah, Carla was brave. Carla was real brave.
Carla would have loved it.
Yeah, we joke that we're going to start like a futsal team one day and call it, I don't know why, Tiger FC. I don't know how it became Tiger FC.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the mummies.
No,
Oh.
but that's maybe someone was wearing Tiger shoes. I don't know.
Oh, sorry, Claire Scarpin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
NTC
took
player.
Claire Scarpin, and she is now like verge of junior Matildas,
Cool.
I want to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good to have her in the team, and I think another girl is now NTC reserve. So it's good to show that girls from these programs are making it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. 2021 one game for Adelaide Uni. So just last year. Is that right?
Yeah, a few more. Who's
See,
updating these
you
websites?
must be playing cup games,
Maurice
man.
Spagnoletti.
Left your game,
Too
Marie.
busy. Yeah, no, I played a bit. In fact, I played pretty much the whole season. maybe I started a bit late, and we were like tipped to win top and win this and do that, and then we just fell apart.
Oh no.
Yeah. But
Oh yeah, we've all been there.
I know. It wasn't like the old days though. Like none of my real close friends were playing, and
Yeah.
wasn't like the good old days.
All right. This leads to the next part of your life. I guess we could say Adelaide United, strength and conditioning coach opportunity.
Yep.
Which
Here
that's
I
a
am.
funny picture.
Yep.
And that's a cute picture.
Yep. Yep.
So what's it like, working with Adrian and the team and all the girls? What do you think the best part of that is?
It's great. It's hard. And
Commitment.
you have,
What is
you
it,
have-
4 nights a week?
let's say 7.
Oh,
Let's say
8.
7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
Yeah,
7
I
days a week.
guess, because you're always
it never ends.
kind of got to be available.
You're always
for
like
players.
on call,
Yeah.
if you like.
Okay.
You're always doing something. My role will be a little bit reduced this year, but I'll explain that later.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's awesome. It's real refreshing to see a lot of local girls in it.
Mhm.
Like I love that, and I just love being there for them and the staff, because for many years they just went like unnoticed, and they were just left as sort of secondhand news. And I think it's important that I show them that I'm someone that cares,
Mm-hmm.
and would do anything for any of them. And I love it, and it does take its like toll. Like I haven't had a summer in 3 years.
Yeah.
And it is tiring, and it's frustrating as well when you see, unfortunately you see like what some of the other big clubs have,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just not quite there yet.
Yeah.
Like, we're moving in some really great directions, but we're not there yet, and it can be frustrating at times. But for the most part, it's great.
Yeah. So I was talking to Emily Hodgson in
On the
a
podcast?
in a maybe I can get on here, Hodgie, if you're listening. In our like little Wild West thing we do with Westies, and she says the worst part of that was the rat testing every day. Did you have to do that as well?
Yes, my nose was violated.
On a daily occasion.
We did it. Yeah, we had to do it every day. We PCR'd all the time. Like I waited in hot cars because we had to. Back then you had to get a PCR, and it was pretty bad. And like the money that the club spent on rats, it was just like what the league had to do. But in all fairness, I think we were the only women's team in the league that didn't have to postpone a game because someone got COVID.
Yeah. I can't even believe like Annie, Mallory, Hodgie, none of them had COVID yet. And I was like, you've been travelling all over Australia.
I sat next to Adrian Stenter on the plane back from Canberra, and he had COVID. And like, I was like, oh my God, well, I've got it too, because I sat next to him on this flight and I didn't get it. And like, I've had it since. But yeah, it was really weird. And he was the only one that got it out of the whole team.
Yeah, that's nuts.
And the poor guy like had to like coach from Zoom one day.
Yeah. Yeah, I did hear about that.
Yeah.
Gaelic football.
Yes. Weird, huh?
You play that as well.
Yeah.
Do you still play?
Yep. Love it.
Oh no. Sorry, there's another
That's
picture.
right. That's me talking. There's me. Yep.
There you are.
Yep. Been playing Gaelic for a decade.
Wow.
Love it. Yeah. If you're ever done with soccer, just let me know.
Okay.
Come on over.
Give you a
Soccer
call.
players make the best Gaelic footballers.
Sienna?
Sienna's brilliant. I play with Sienna. Yes.
I know
Sienna's brilliant.
and
LJ has played.
Well, they aren't very fast though, right?
No. It is a very fast sport.
So fast, them two. My goodness.
So many soccer players that you would know. Like MJ has played.
It's like the old handball over to AFL.
Yeah.
Oh, you play soccer?
Yep.
We'll sign you.
That's
It's
it.
done.
I know, right? It's still happening. It's the other girl in the photo, Lauren, I played at St. Peter's Old Scholars with, one of my closest friends, and she got me into it. And it is the best. Like I played in New Zealand. Later in this year, I'm going to play in Victoria to try and trial for like the World Games, which are in Ireland. So,
yes.
you know me, love
That's
traveling.
soon, right?
Yep, end of September.
Right.
I'll trial. We'll play in the state, in the national comp.
That'd be cool. And you can travel to Ireland with people.
Yeah,
Not
with
by
people.
yourself.
Yeah. So
Sounds good.
no, it's great, and I would recommend it to anyone listening in the summer. If you just want to keep your fitness up, it's like the fitness is 10 times harder than soccer.
Oh gosh,
Because you never stop. You never stop
Yeah.
running. Like, at least soccer, if the ball's at the other side of the park,
Yeah.
you can catch your breath. Like, you just don't stop running in Gaelic. And we play 9-a-side most of the time, and it's just
Yeah. Is that
It's
Adelaide
crazy.
Uni grounds? Or
no. It's at it's in St Mary's. It's down
Okay.
down sort of south at Kenilworth Footy Club. And
Yeah.
I play for a team called Flinders, but not related to the university.
Cool.
Yeah, great sport. Always
Yeah.
looking for players if
All
anyone's
right.
listening.
All right, I'll put it out there. I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah.
Let's talk about scenic.
Mm.
So it's funny when I googled it, it came up with like literal like
Scenic
photos,
yeah,
like
I
trail
know.
runs and stuff. I was
know.
like, this is not what I wanted.
Double
I got me.
Jules, the owner, has just changed it to
Oh.
double I, double C,
Oh,
I think. Yeah.
yeah, right. So what's your role with them? What can you offer? Because after you go, I'll say how much you've helped me as well.
Oh, that's lovely. So I am the online coach for them. So
Yep.
just do a bunch of programming, whatever people need. If it's in terms of gym work, do a lot of running programs.
Mhm.
Got a client at the moment that's working towards the New York Marathon.
Cool.
So program for her, and it's just I sort of like offer a little bit of a I feel like I offer the step up from just like a basic PT, and there's been GPS stuff, and
Yeah.
some people like have targeted training around like the menstrual cycle, so what to do in certain phases of the month, and the owner Jules and his wife Tam, they run they're actually about to open a gym, so a scenic gym in
Cool.
Heathfield, and
Yeah.
they'll run their clients and their classes and things out of there, and so I might pop in there every now and then, but
Sweet.
yeah, for the most part online.
Nice. So with me, I was trialing for United last year. Didn't get selected, made contact with Stents. Hey, what can I do sort of thing. Met up with him, and like a part of that was the fitness side. So I think that same day I like got home and I was like messaged you.
Yeah.
Because he had said, if Eleni, strength and conditioning coach, she can do anything for you. Like let us know sort of thing. Happy to help. Sent you a text. I think you were driving back from somewhere, like the peninsula.
Had did I call you?
Yeah, we ended up talking.
Yep.
I think it was like 45 minutes or an hour, that same day that I met with Adrian. Running program, Mia as well with the gym program, GPS, which is a more like in-depth sort of look, and because before I didn't have a lot of really interest in, well, not that I just didn't really know that it was really a thing, or it was just like I ran this far, and that's it.
Yeah, that's what my watch said.
So then when you offered that, I was like, yeah, sweet, absolutely. And then it's got like all the different types of things, like the speed.
Yep.
High speed, how long you're working at this high intensity, and all sorts of stuff. And just like literally just message you as well, and you're just like, yep, do this. Running programs, all good. I mean, hard.
It is hard, isn't it? Yeah.
I was like, oh man, Eleni hates me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dying.
But I always say you don't put anyone through a training program that you haven't tried yourself, and so I would never give someone something that I either haven't done or I wouldn't do. So I've definitely done some of those workouts.
Yeah,
and they're not great.
Yeah, even with and so flexible as well. What nights do you train? Are you willing to stay after training and do it? Yes. So sometimes Emily Hodgson and I, which will probably amp up again very soon.
Yes.
Stay behind and do that. Or if I'd prefer to do it on the weekend or the night off of training. Yeah, it's just super easy. So can't thank you enough for that.
Oh, my pleasure.
It's been really good.
Hopefully you feel fitter.
Yeah, hopefully it all pays off. Alrighty, that is pretty much all we've got for now. I mean, we could talk for hours.
Very easy.
The other thing as well was when I, like how flexible and stuff you were when I like got COVID. Like even with that, like the whole, you know, everyone feels so different as well when they get COVID.
Yep.
I felt, I mean, I thought it affected me quite a lot, even after like the long COVID sort of things, like just even like mentally as well, just a bit off. Some people just get like sniffly nose and like, I'm all good, which obviously everyone's different. And then coming back from that and then hurt my ankle, 5-week injury. So even all of that was, you know, what can you do? What can't you do? And just really accessible. So I recommend anyone listening, if you want to up your game, Eleni's your gal.
That's it.
All right,
hopefully we'll put the website somewhere. Or
I can link it in for sure. Isn't that wild? Are you excited? The random fact.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You're like, what?
Here we go.
John Lennon's tooth was once sold for just over $31,000.
Oh, only?
Only? Would you pay more?
No, but surely someone out there would.
I mean, just one tooth. I mean, I assume he had...
yeah. I could do with $31,000 right now.
Oh, my gosh. Send it.
Wants to buy one of the back ones.
Eleni's tooth for sale, $5. But like, it'd be some wild fan. Like,
they still have it?
So random. I don't know. I would assume so. They probably sold it for like $1 million one day. Who knows? Eleni's dream team time.
Yes, I've got it.
You've got it?
Yeah, I heard the last two and they came underprepared.
Yes. Well, yeah. Quigs mainly.
Quigs.
Which is kind of unfair. I didn't really give it the heads up. So, like, obviously, if you're not first, you're not the guinea pig.
Yeah.
You get, like...
No, that's fair. I didn't even know if you'd asked me, actually. So I prepped it this morning.
Every guess.
I'm set. I think I even messaged a few people. I was like, oh, what do you think? I think I've got, like, a reasonable mix of, I'm going to say the old days. Yeah. But, like, that's not the old days.
Yeah.
Like...
That's what I love about it, though.
But some of them are still pretty recent names.
Yeah. Like, who's, like, with the... That's why I like it. Like, it's just all time. Like, it doesn't matter if they've been
trying to think
stopped
about
for 5 years. That's why I said...
I was like, who's a right back? I was like, I don't know.
Every right back. Every left back. Like, you can just pick.
I know.
All right.
Let's fill them in.
Goalkeeper.
I've gone with youth. I've gone with Grace Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
Who is at the NTC and who is on her way right now to the Australian under-18
Yeah, I saw that name. Congrats, Grace. She's probably like not listening, but shout out.
16, I'll let her know. And she's like just built like a machine.
Yeah, nice.
I think she's going to go places.
Beautiful. Right back?
All right. Right back, I noticed the last two were Emily Hodge.
The last three.
Last three.
Hodgie.
All right, so I'm going to go with the other Hodge.
Oh.
So, not that she plays there, like...
She does at United,
in the
right?
WNPL, but at United she does.
Yeah, just pushes Hodgie out the way.
We'll put...
Rude.
Yep. Sorry, Hodgie. You know how great you are.
You don't need a fourth in a row, okay?
We need to spread around. That's why I've gone with, like... a few random ones because I feel like there's going to be too many of the same name.
Can't have her head getting too big, guys. Just looking after her. Centre back?
Now, to the centre backs, you probably won't remember this person, but her name is Alex Windell. And you're going to be like, who is that? But she played at Adelaide Uni. She was one of our British imports for 2 seasons when I was there. She came over with another girl, Daisy Allen, and Alex was like blonde.
She's really chatty.
Very.
I think we probably had a bit of like
you
beef.
Probably did. You probably picked up a British accent as well. Maybe like a little one.
I don't know.
The other one did. Daisy did.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I definitely know. Yep, I know who that is. Yep.
So Alex,
she was strong.
She was strong, and she came into the league, into uni at a time where like. We had like a mass exodus of players when like Tracy moved on and Costa took the role, and we brought Alex in, and she was sort of rock solid back there. And
I'd just ask, just butting in, sorry. Do you get like a lot of? How did that all come about? Because I feel like if someone's overseas and they look up, you know, if they want a uni, it's kind of, is it joint to like your soccer club? Is that with like Cote as well?
If they study at the uni or
like, do you just get people that are kind of wanting to do both, play
actually
and study?
uni has had a lot of overseas
yeah,
players.
That's because I know Cote and Fiona came in.
Did an exchange, so studied at Adelaide Uni, I believe.
Okay.
And started playing in like the Division 1 team, which if you think about it now is like hilarious.
Yeah.
Like
I know.
Doll and Warren
Yes,
awards.
I know.
She was in Div 1.
Yes.
Which is not Prem's Div 1.
Because
like
people were like,
collegiate
oh,
Div
yeah,
1.
she used to play at uni. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen her before. And then, like, just appears and is, like, phenomenal. And I was like, what?
I know. And then Tracy pretty quickly realised how good she was and was like, up you come.
Yeah.
And then Cote had a connection to Kevin, I think the man that I spoke about before, the team manager at the time, and of course her partner's from Adelaide, so found a club, and she ended up living with Tracy, I think.
Yeah.
So made sense.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering because it seems
all the others like we had like college people come over because they were friends with like Laura or Gabby Bentley, so they would come over. And, and then the British girls, I think they expressed interest in playing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep. Keep going.
Right, yeah.
Jenna McCormick.
The
other one.
Amazing.
Yeah. Even though when she played for Fulham, I think she played in the middle somewhere. But
she was all over the shop.
Yeah.
Like a six, I reckon. Yeah. That's all right. You put them wherever you want. You're the coach.
Yep. Charlie Grant.
I know
she's had a few mentions. But you just can't.
One, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's the second one, Charlie. Doing great things.
Yeah.
Next
incredible.
big thing in women's football. Chrissa,
number 6.
because she's just good vibes.
She is the best.
Chrissa is
little motor.
Isn't she great?
Yep.
Dylan
Holmes, classic. Can't go past.
Yeah, honestly, she is just phenomenal and like just wins everything in there. So I'd want her there. Now this is a weird one. Tilly, I haven't put you in here because you've already had a mention.
Oh, okay.
So I've gone older.
10?
And then no, in this top area. So like any of these players
what formation are you playing?
could play anywhere. So I've gone Tian here.
Tian number 10.
Yep. I've gone Dorber out here.
Yep.
Stella
Rigon.
She had a mention yet?
Yes, I think in Roxy's last week.
Okay. Oh,
which hasn't come out when we're talking now.
So Stella on the left. And then for old time's sake, I put Ali Lattis up here because of that one game where she single-handedly like won the game for whoever it was. I can't remember if it was City or West at the time.
Oh, what a beast.
Sent them to the grand final.
Yes.
She's hilarious. She'll be really quiet all game and then she'll like whip a volley out and win the game. And you're like,
just does like flicks the whole game and then like scores a bomb.
And
like just annoys everyone.
Just annoys everyone.
Oh my gosh, when we used to play, I'll get her on here one day. But when we used to play each other, hilarious. Like we used to just.
Have you ever played with each other?
Yeah, West.
West, yeah.
Yeah. So she it was actually that game. I still reckon it was the greatest game ever. The fact that it wasn't recorded, but it was 2017 when it went to extra time.
Yeah, I think that was. Did she score?
Yeah,
the winner or scored something?
Yes, and it was like a bomb. Yeah. There was like so many bombs scored in that game. Yeah. And it was just like end to end, and they would just like equalize back. Yeah, and then I was like, this is the worst.
Yeah, I think I remember
such a mental struggle.
I remember once, I don't know who she was playing for, but it was a penalty, or it was penalties, and she kicked the ball. It hit one post, went behind maybe Claudia Jenkins, hit the other post, and then went.
There's a photo of her that she's just laughing her head off, and I think Claudia's in it like screaming, like Claudia's in the background, and Ali's just like jogging off.
Yeah,
laughing.
Ali was she was hilarious.
Oh yes, coach.
And coach is Dr. Michele Stella.
Doctor. Is he a doctor?
He is a doctor.
Oh my god.
He's a sleep psychologist.
Yes, sorry, that's so interesting.
Yes.
Michele, if you're listening, come on here and we can chat about your job.
I think he's going to be like, why did you call me doctor? Because you're a doctor. You work hard. You get called that. Yes.
Nah, that's awesome.
Michele, great coach, even better
Yeah.
person, and all the girls that play for him rave about him. So.
Yeah. Yeah, never had him. I think he was after my NTC days. Obviously a little bit at United when I've been training, but yeah, I've heard good things.
Great guy.
Cool. I like your team.
All right, is it look all right? It was actually hard to do.
Yeah, not easy.
No. Not easy. But don't know how well we would do getting these players all together. Like, never going to happen, never going to happen, never going to happen.
I know. I was thinking that as well.
Getting almost retired.
Come on, Chris. Chris would get the boots on one more time.
Yeah, when we start Tiger FC, when you're ready to retire.
Oh, my goodness.
We'll bring you on board.
All right.
And the prerequisite is that you have to ride the Mummy Returns to be in the team.
We'll fly to Singapore, go on that and hate your life.
Honestly, it was the worst.
I'm curious now.
I'm still trying to get
YouTube of you.
Well, you won't see anything because it's black.
Damn, that won't work. Surely some sort of
It was so bad.
explanation.
I literally was like, I think I'm passing out right now.
Oh, my God. That's horrific. Scarred. Chris and Carla and Tian probably have like goosebumps listening.
Yeah.
Like, oh, God.
We still bring it up.
PTSD.
Every time we have a beer, we will always bring that up.
That's amazing.
Never forget.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on. I
Thank you for having
thoroughly
me.
enjoyed this chat.
No, it's great. A few blasts from the past.
Yeah. Good FBI agent.
Yeah, you did.
Maybe it's my
you
next.
did really well, actually.
It's my future calling. Alrighty, guys. We'll wrap it up there. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.